Hope Channel, changing lives.
Hello, good evening. It's another beautiful Wednesday and I welcome you to another interesting, very exciting episode of Real Talk. My name is Evie and like we always do it, we have a very, very fun topic for us to discuss. People are going through a lot. People have so many stories, myself included, and I'm sure you out there as well. So I'd always encourage you to send us your story to our WhatsApp number or email address so that we can find amazing people, people with the knowledge, people with some sort of understanding to help you come to a wise decision or conclusion. You know, for some few weeks now, because of all the protocols we are trying to observe because of this whole pandemic COVID-19, we have limited our studio guests from 3 to 2, and then we have amazing people joining us virtually as well. Today is no exception. I would always find you the amazing people to come and help me discuss the stories you sent to us. So I'll go straight and introduce them to you. I have in the studio with me Mrs. Laurentia. Your last name, I'm trying to see. I don't want to butcher it, so please you yourself tell me the last name. Nelly Kim.
Exactly.
Is it an Ewe name?
Exactly.
Hey, I should be ashamed of myself, considering I'm an Ewe, I couldn't mention the name.
Nelly Kim.
Nelly Kim. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Tk you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very great.
You know, things are slightly different because of this whole pandemic, so I'm just finding out if you're managing and everything as well.
Very cool. In fact, I've been in the pandemic myself.
Wow.
So we're managing, we're cool.
Health worker?
Yes, exactly.
How is it like?
You would want to call me a frontliner.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for what you are doing, because going every day to work,
it's not being easy.
Coming home worried
late.
To your husband, the family,
tired.
I can only imagine.
But we're moving on.
God is great. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And the fact that you found time to come on the show.
Yes.
We are very grateful.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I don't know if I should call you Elder or Mr. Ablomens. Tell me which one.
Mr.
Okay, please, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
How is the missus?
She's fine.
And the kids, the tea?
They are all fine.
Okay. Thank you so much. How is the tuna business going? I'm always seeing it. I always tell them I'm going to do susu so that I come and buy a whole pack.
Agile Ventures is doing well.
Okay.
We are leading in the sales of the Royal Atlantic tuna chunks and flakes, and it's all over the place. Yes.
And it's really they are big and they're not small. We have
the chunks and the flakes. And
I really like the chunks.
For the flakes, if you use it for salad, it's no good.
Are you people hearing? Yeah. Now we have to eat healthy too.
Very healthy.
So we have to buy it.
You need to get it.
So before we go, I'll let you leave the number so that people can.
Yes. Royal Atlantic is the way forward.
It's the way forward. I agree. So, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Welcome.
Thank you. Joining me virtually, I have all the way from the States, the United States. He's the senior pastor of Columbus SDA Church. He is Pastor Dr. S.K. Chumesi. Pastor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear your sweet voice.
Please, how are you doing?
The Lord is good. I'm doing very well here in Columbus, Ohio.
You guys I don't know, the pandemic is more serious over there than here. So I'm wondering how the church is faring, yourself and the family, and the protocols that have been put in place. If you can just share some few tales with us regarding what is going on there.
Well, the situation here, in every situation, we have to make the best of it. None of us like what we are going through, but then it doesn't stop us from doing the king's business. Even though the church building is closed, but the work of the Lord continues. And in spite of everything, the Lord has been protecting his own. So, so far so good. We haven't had anything bad. we go about business as usual. And the Lord is blessing over here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time and joining us today. Joining us virtually as well, I have Abigail Frimpong, all the way from Cape Coast. Abigail, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Please, how are you doing? Abigail. Hello? Okay, I think we're having a bit of... Yeah. Abigail, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. How are you faring? How are you?
I'm good by His grace.
Okay, you are joining us from Berean SDA Church, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Talk.
Thank you too.
Okay, so we'll go right into our discussion. But before we do that, we always have to go for a quick break, take a look at our story, see what exactly we are going to discuss today. And when we come back, I'll take all your opinions. And don't forget to send us your comments on our Facebook page, which is the Hope TV Ghana. And as the show goes on, I will take comments and read as well. So we'll be right back after this break. Do not go anywhere. This is Real Talk. Dear Real Talk, I think I'm about to lose my marriage. I have been married for less than a month and I have not enjoyed a single moment of it. 4 days into my marriage, I found out that my husband got a lady pregnant 4 months before our marriage. Prior to this, I had no idea he was even seeing someone else, not to talk of getting them pregnant. The lady and her family came to our home demanding compensation for their daughter and asking my husband to marry her as well. According to them, it's against their customs to impregnate a woman and not marry her. We are also Christians, and polygamy is not allowed in our faith. I am disturbed and so broken that I can't even tell anyone, not even my family, because of the shame. Please, I need advice because I am scared I will lose my husband. Welcome back from that quick break, and I'm sure you just heard our story. She needs help. She is frustrated. She can't even talk to family because she feels it's too much and she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know if her marriage is safe. She doesn't know if she is protected. So we'll go straight into the discussion and I'll ask Larisha, your general take on the story. When you read the story, what came to mind?
Sally, it's quite unfortunate.
Right.
But I think that the lady, as desperate or as sad as she is, it's no fault of hers. So she should master the courage and gather all the strength that she can and help support the husband. You could see in the story that she loves the man.
Right.
Yes, when she says she's afraid of losing the marriage, a fresh marriage as that, when you come out of such a relationship, you know all the thoughts and not whatever people will say, but you could see that she loves the man.
Right.
So my general take is she should muster all the courage she can and support this man and make the marriage successful.
Okay. Larisha says she should support her husband. Do you agree?
After reading the story, is an innocent person in the midst of a pandemic.
Yes.
Oh, the woman. Okay.
An innocent woman in the midst of pandemic of two thief man.
Right.
Yeah, because if you look at the story, the woman is an innocent person.
Yeah.
But the husband and the girlfriend are two people who were trying to play smart, but one way or the other. Is there a story that sometimes we hear that there was this man who got to circle and he was looking at the billboard and somebody said, hey, this one, you don't look at it 2 times. He said, oh, okay, I've looked at it only 1. So you have to pay 20 cedis. Then he paid. Then when he was going, he told a friend that I've looked at it 5 times, but I paid only, only one. It's the same way. The woman, the girlfriend the man thought that he's having his way somewhere and had reserved a wife somewhere so that this is the real person I'm taking into marriage. But let me have my way somewhere. At the same time, the person also is monitoring him, thinking that you think you can have all to yourself. Yeah. So there is a trap. Right. Now, you just married 4 days in the marriage, and this woman had come back to you telling you that she's pregnant. 4 months. It tells you that this is not an accident. Right. It's a well-rehearsed thing from the woman, the girlfriend. The girlfriend. Yes. So, to the man, it's something that people will have to be transparent and open. Sometimes you think you can be smart, but others are smarter than you. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go more like we'll enter the story well and then look at the whole issue of transparency and dishonesty. But Pastor, I would ask you for your general take on the story. What came to mind? What do you think is going on here?
And I really appreciate what my other colleagues or panels have said. This is an issue that the woman shouldn't worry, even though she has every right to worry. She is not at fault. She has not committed any crime. But being a woman, she's also concerned about what will happen to her own relationship with the man. She should not feel guilty, and she should not also feel bad. But then we need to find out, in a situation like that, how best. And I think one of the panelists said it right. She is trying to protect her marriage. She's not using an argument to say, because of what my husband has done, 4 days after our marriage, I am pulling out. She needs to be congratulated for not pulling out. But rather, she has brought the issue so that we can find solution. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a very good discussion, because I think there is a way out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Abigail, if you can hear me, kindly share with us your general take on the story.
Thanks, sister. When I read the story, I was a little bit sad because something of that sort, let's say, happened to me. And I think since the lady has already gotten married, it means she's ready to face the battles. So I think she should pray and then move on.
She should pray and move on. She shouldn't give her thoughts to the other lady. Okay.
She's really ready to, because 4 days to the wedding, she got to know that her supposed husband has impregnated someone. So going on with the marriage, it means she was ready for anything. And as the Bible says, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. So I think she was really ready. So she should protect her marriage.
Okay.
And
Okay, so Abigail thinks that she should protect her marriage. She's ready for marriage. I hear Daniel is with us now. Daniel is also joining us from Kumasi. Daniel, if you're online and you can hear me, kindly say hi.
Hi everybody. Sorry I came in late.
No problem. Welcome to RealTalk. And I hope you had a safe trip.
Oh, by grace. It's a long one, but then it was safe by grace.
I don't think we can see you well. So if you can find a background that is great so we can see your face, or you can turn your camera to landscape. That would also be great.
So, but is it working now? Is the landscape okay?
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Okay,
Because,
it's fine now. It's fine now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's fine now. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I just needed to catch.
I think you have turned it back to portrait.
Yes.
I think you've turned it back to portrait.
Oh, I don't know whether it's okay. This is portrait.
Fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. So I would have to pick your point, Mr. Ablo Mensa, on dishonesty and non-chance, because it looks like the man had a whole relationship on the side.
Yeah.
And then also with his wife right now. So he was literally dating two women at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if they knew about each other. If the girlfriend knew there was another woman, and then the other woman also knew there was another woman. But with the story, it looks like the woman, that's the wife, didn't have any idea. She didn't even know the husband was dating, not to talk of sleeping with other people, and she got married. But this thing is common. People call it side chick, you know? You're like, oh, people are dating, they have side chicks, and they get married, and the wives find out later. Some women even know before they go into it. Please, let's talk about dishonesty and all this infidelity going on in relationships.
In business, there is something we call red flags. There's red flags in relationships. And there are certain things, as you have any relationship with whoever you are with, you need to make sure that you observe these red flags. And some of these red flags give real instincts on what is going to happen, how the relationship is going to go. Let me give you two of the red flags that we can easily identify. The first one is that the red flag is that when there is mistrust, there is deception, when the other partner fails to make the relationship much more public. Sometimes some men, though they know this is like you said, official, they do the official one, but they do it even with some caution. And if you are in a relationship and you see that your partner is trying to hide the information from people, getting to know you, introducing you to friends, to family, to relatives, to colleagues, and you realize that this person is trying to hide this information, it's a red flag.
Right.
It should help you to know that something is being hidden up there. And then additional, the next one I want to just say is that relationships that sometimes you see that the person is not really focusing on the relationship, is not playing the role. You know, relationship is a two-way thing.
Yes.
But the sacrifice from one, it's only one partner who is always in the relationship. And usually, especially in this case, is the woman. And I believe that the woman will always be saying, oh, maybe nurture the relationship. But to the man has the divided attention. Because for all you know, maybe this side chick, maybe he may be having two cards on the table and he wants to pick one. So he has even not really made his mind to who he's going to select. So I think that anybody who goes into any relationship must watch some of these red flags. If you watch them and you see them coming, then you need to probe further on the person in which you are working, you are moving with. If you do that, you avoid dishonesty. The transparency issues will come in because you see everything becomes clearer with all the information. And then the last one is that sometimes people fail to say, I'm sorry. Even the word I'm sorry in a relationship. For people to really admit their fault, if these things also come in a relationship, though it's a simple thing we may see, these are things that pulls the trust and harbors the honesty that the relationship should thrive on.
Right.
So these are three red flags that throws down relationship, and there are things that we need to avoid. If you see them, then it tells you that there is dishonesty and non-transparency in the relationship. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Larisha, do you have any more to add?
Yeah, I also see it as if you're really getting up close with someone and really does not want to share his space with you, it tells you that the person is breeding something that's going to lead into, I mean, the person is not being transparent with you.
Right.
Especially if you are the type, maybe you want to visit and he stops you, always giving excuses. Even sometimes, he doesn't just, like Mr. Bloss said, he can't even introduce you to people. He doesn't want you to be in his space, but would want to meet you on a different level, like different side. It should make you think that there's no transparency. Right. And then these times, you notice that the our phones are one medium. If you are with a man and he finds everything wrong, you going closer to his phone, I think it's a big question mark.
Okay.
They'll say, fine, you didn't buy the phone for me, so you don't have any right touching it. But if we are together and everything is so clear, you're not hiding anything from me, I don't think there's any problem if I should touch your phone.
Right.
So all this also counts, and then it should tell you or give you a hint that transparency or someone may be hiding something from you.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So the men with their phone. So I'll come to you then. Daniel, are you always hiding your phone from your significant other? Or do you agree so far with...
You know, with this phone issue, okay, with this phone issue, I think at some point in time, we should be realistic. It will save us a lot of trouble if we know what our partner wants and what we can do best.
Okay.
Yes, I know there are some partners who are nosy. It's not just only women. It can be the man as well. They always want to see who texted you, who called you. Everybody has a limit of call, containing, all those questioning. So it can fall on a bad day whereby you ask your partner, who texted you? It's possible it's maybe a friend, a family member, but then that continuous accent and all that, he never had an issue with it, but maybe, who knows? The day you ask, the person is in a bad mood. So for the phone issue and all that, I think if you don't touch your partner's phone, it wouldn't change anything. Okay. Personally, I don't care who calls you. My motive is doing everything best that anybody who come close can never give you the same love, the same care, the same treatment like I do. So what I think about day in and day out is, what can I do different today? What can I do different today to make my partner smile than ever before?
Right.
So I think if you're able to focus on that, what you can do, I think it will save you more time, more worry, more fight, quarrel, arguments every day. For the phone issue, is a big problem.
Okay.
It's really a big problem. But me, I honestly wouldn't hide it.
Okay.
But then I don't have a problem. But then somebody would.
Okay, right. I mean, different strokes for everybody. Pastor Chumes, if you can hear me, I would like to take your opinion on this whole infidelity, people keeping... I think Pastor is muted, so I'll come to you, Abigail. Abigail, the same question that I asked Pastor, if you have any take on that. Okay, looks like today all the people outside the studio are having some bit of challenges. So the woman says she's afraid. She thinks she will lose her marriage. And then she says the other lady's family is saying that in their, tribe, you can't come and impregnate somebody and then not marry her. So she thinks she will lose her husband. But my question is, can the man be forced to marry the girlfriend?
No.
He can't.
He can't.
Okay. So all the family is doing is they intimidated her.
They just want to do to test the pulse of the man.
Okay.
Whether he's sure of the marriage he is in at the moment.
Okay.
And that's the concern of this lady, because she also seemed threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the man cannot be forced to marry this lady, because the man, as far as the story is concerned, is formally and officially married to this lady.
Right.
4 days.
Yeah.
It has been sealed.
Yeah.
The pastor has said anybody who has any issue should not come in.
Right.
So the man, whatever the situation now is, that they will only have to appeal to the man, but I think that they may be trying to come in a forceful manner, because usually in a Ghanaian context, sometimes too we have the perception that after all, you are not having a baby with him, and this person has a baby with him, so he's the person who is supposed to be married to him. But as far as the laws of the land is concerned, he's formally and officially married to this lady 4 days, and it is sealed.
It is sealed.
The man cannot be coerced nor forced.
So
it's dependent upon him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pastor, I hear you are back online. If you can hear me.
Can you hear me now? I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, I can hear you now. I was asking for your opinion on the issue of infidelity, and then you can also share your opinion if the man can be forced to marry the other woman as well.
All right. First of all, it's very sad that we are dealing with someone who is not very faithful, who is not transparent, who was doing something behind a woman that he was going to marry. This lady is caught in a crossfire. But then we have to admire her courage. We don't even know whether the man is thinking about this or not. But, you know, women are very concerned about their relationship more than men. And here, this lady is the one who has taken upon herself to bring up the issue. We are dealing with a man who cannot be trusted. A man who is not faithful to the marriage vows, and a man who has created a problem, who has created a big challenge. But then there is a way out. First of all, you cannot force your, when you talk about demanding compensation, yes, but then you cannot force your customs, your culture on somebody, because in my culture we are allowed to marry two or practice polygamy. Doesn't mean that because you have impregnated somebody, that person, you have to marry her. Now this is where we have to find a middle ground, and the point is that the family is just trying to threaten this legitimate marriage. And that shouldn't happen. Because that lady is the one who is the legitimate wife. This side chick or whoever is claiming whatever that person is has no jurisdiction, has no authority, has no power to come, or the parents to come and impose themselves that because you have impregnated her, that lady has to be your wife. So we need to find a way out, whether talking about compensation, whether making it very clear that whether it was an accident, whether it was intentional, whatever it is, that man has created a problem. That man has not done it well. And we need to protect this woman who is the legitimate wife. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Abigail, can you hear me?
Yes,
Abigail.
please.
Yes, Abigail, I would ask you, do you think the wife should involve her family? Because it looks like she's dealing with it alone, and that is giving her so much frustration and anxiety. Do you think she's also scared to involve her family? I don't know if when the two families come together, it will be crossfire, but Do you think, in your opinion, do you think she should involve her family?
I think she should not. She should take a stand before she involves her family.
Okay.
This thing happened to me before to share my story. But she shouldn't. She should just, I think she should just keep it to herself and then help her husband to take a decision. The decision stands on the man. He can take the bold decision that this is what I want to do. What I can say is that the lady, the married one, should help the husband, and then the other family. Let's say I am the lady that have been impregnated. She should tell her family to take it cool with the issue. What if the man marries her, take her home, and then start maltreating her?
Right.
Anything can happen. You can't force someone to marry you because you got pregnant for him. So the other lady who is pregnant should just
Okay. Abigail's connection is giving us a bit of a problem, but I'll come to you.
I think.
Okay.
They can.
Okay. Larisha, do you think she should involve? Abigail is saying that she shouldn't involve her family. She should take a decision on her own, and then follow her husband, support her husband, whatever. Do you think she should involve her family?
I also would say a strong no to it.
Okay.
Yes, because both of them made a decision to live together. And unfortunately, this is a big blow to the lady.
Right.
But like I said, it is hard to come to a realization that your partner that you thought was with you is now getting involved with another person. But she needs to gather all the courage, like I said, and she has to be tactical about it. So it's between the two of them. Must engage their husband and know the stance of their husband. Rightly, she wants the marriage to work. That is why she even took the step to bring the problem to seek for support. Right. So I think that she should work it out with her husband. And she has the platform, if I would say. She's the married and the legitimate wife. So she should gather all the strength to support the man. And I'm not sure the other lady, they can just force him to marry her. So if indeed it was just maybe a flames and then he got involved and maybe the other one rather got pregnant before her, she will not, this is not the time to just let the man go because of this issue. So it depends much on her. As much as they try to let it work, if the man is going to support her, she should also join force with him. And then if they have the stance of how to make the marriage work, maybe there's a party in the family that she can really trust. It may not be your mother or your father, but maybe you can rely on a sister or an aunt, because in this situation you may need support. So one that she really trusts, she can fall on that person, or maybe a church leader or someone to assist her in this decision. But it is not as if from the start you have to blow it up and then, hey, my husband has gotten a woman pregnant, or what do I do? And
right.
Yes, so she should work it out with the man first and then know their decision. The other woman and her family, they can't really put it on the man's neck that he has to marry her.
By force.
So if she wins the man's love and support, I'm sure they can handle the other woman without any trouble.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
together.
Okay. All right. So we'd have to go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at how best they can resolve this issue, and also what the man should do, and even what the woman should do. This is Real Talk. We'll be right back. Do not go anywhere.
Hello, my dear family, my friend, my big brothers and my sisters. Today is another day of family life.
School is an extension of the home. Then the teacher's role actually goes beyond just teaching.
Some people say that insurance is like a parachute. Okay? Insurance, you know when you need a parachute?
Yes.
When you drop from an airplane or from a cliff, and then just when you land, your parachute has to come alive and then carry you. So insurance is like that. If you don't have it when you need it, you will never need it again, because you are going to die anyway.
So when you let stress come over you and people are saying this, and because for our society, if you don't have a child, but please, you have your own timetable, and God have a special timetable for you.
Self-care is so important right now. If you are not alive tomorrow, you can't get the job that will be available tomorrow. So when you are going through all these job crises, whether you've lost your job, about to lose your job, or believe you are not even going to lose your job, think about your health first.
Family Life, every Thursdays at 8 p.m.
The junior scientists from the eastern region of Ghana were great, weren't they? Well, voting is still open. Go to www.wegoinnovate.org right now and vote for your favorite experiment. You can vote as many times as you like. It's free. And now, this week on the GH for STEM Juniors Challenge, we are in the Upper East region of Ghana, where some junior scientists have some incredible experiments to show. And you will decide which of these 3 experiments should go to the next stage of the challenge by voting at www.wegoinnovate.org. You can vote as many times as you like. It's free. Now showing on Hope Channel Ghana. This and every Thursday at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Catch the repeat on Sundays at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Don't forget to vote for your favorite experiment at www.wegoinnovate.org. You can vote as many times as you like. It's free. And follow at WeGoInnovate on all social media platforms.
Welcome back from that quick break. We are still looking at our story. This is a young lady in a very, very young marriage, basically 4 days, and she just found out that her husband has gotten a woman pregnant, 4 months pregnant, and now the woman's family came in demanding that the man marries their daughter, because in their custom you do not impregnate their child without getting married to them. And now she's frustrated. She fears losing her marriage and her husband. So as usual, she sent it to us on Real Talk to have a very real conversation and hopefully help her with some sort of solution so that she can calm her nerves. So far we've been discussing, we have all the way from the States, Pastor Dr. Chumesi. We also have Abigail joining us from Cape Coast, Daniel from Kumasi, and in the studio I have with me Mr. Ablon Mensah and Mrs. Laurentia Nelly Kim. So I have some comments coming in that I'll take during the conversation, but I want to come straight to you, Daniel, if you can hear me, and ask your take on how you think this issue can be solved amicably. Do you think the woman, that's the wife, should also involve her family for them to have a sit down and come to a good conclusion? What is your take on that?
It's wonderful. I think the panelists have said it all. When I saw the story, I smiled. It's a simple issue. The lady being married to, like, yes, she's legally married.
Okay.
And the laws, polygamy in Ghana is illegal. No two ways about that.
Depending on the kind of marriage you had, if I'm right. I mean, if it's customary, you can add another one. But if it's unordinary,
customary, yes. Yeah, customary you can. But then she has a legal position in this. She has a case. And on the other side, the man, one scholar once said, William Penn, he said, wrong is wrong even if everybody is for it, and right is right if everybody is against it.
Right.
The man was wrong. That's it. The man was wrong, and no two ways about that. He can't change it. That is a mistake that has happened. Notwithstanding the fact that the mistake has happened, we wouldn't judge him by saying, okay, he doesn't love his wife. No.
Okay.
It's possible he loves his wife. Flirting has been part of so many men. They are not content with their wives. Sometimes, they try to cut corners and they are caught up in the web. So yes, it's one mistake he has done. It's pardonable. If the woman loves her husband very well, this is something she have to really try hard to forgive.
Daniel, let me flip it. What if it was you? What if you got married and then your wife comes out to say that, oh, she was with somebody else and the person has gotten her pregnant? Let's just flip it and say that you are not the woman now. How would you take that situation? Would you be as accommodating? Would you go with love as you are saying right now?
It's a difficult decision, but I will go with love.
Okay.
Yes, most importantly, you don't marry somebody because you want to have kids alone. Family is part, you need a companion. Getting married to somebody meaning there is an underlying condition that you marry the person.
Right.
The person is nice, she's receptive, she's spiritual. Yes, all those qualities aside, there are flaws. It will definitely not be an easy decision to take in a minute. Yes, you get hurt, but I will go with love.
Okay.
I will definitely go with love. So the lady, like it has been said before, should definitely involve somebody. But then when she blows it out of proportion, trust me, when family comes in, it will now be a family war between the lady and the other lady who is pregnant. So, like the panelists in your studios rightfully said, she should involve somebody, at least somebody she can trust with the issue, and at least see that when she wants to make a decision around it, she has somebody to talk to.
Okay.
For the man, yes, it's wrong. He needs to take responsibility of the pregnancy. For that one, he should never run away from that.
We'll come into what the husband should do as the discussion goes on.
Yes, so Yes, so I want to switch to the other side. With the lady who got pregnant, there is one thing I've always said. It's better to stay single for the rest of your life than to marry somebody under condition. Having a child for somebody or being pregnant for somebody should never be a good reason to get married to the person. So the lady on the other side, the family, based on the fact that per their customs and everything, they are pushing the lady into a very big situation. So if the man marries the lady, what happens? There's no love, there's no affection, there is nothing. So for the rest of her life, she'll be weeping, she'll always be on the sad side, crying and all that. Who knows, even more treatments and other stuff can come in. So I think, yes, the family should look at, the brighter side of the lady. No matter the age, she has given birth, she's not the first person, but then there's definitely an opportunity for her to get married again than pushing her into a marriage that if the guy really wanted her, trust me, 4 days, meaning the guy knew that the lady was pregnant. So I think, so for the lady who is married to, she has a good case. She should just sleep.
Okay. Daniel thinks the lady should just sleep. Pastor, I'll come to you again and ask, how can this issue be solved amicably without threats from the girlfriends or side chicks, family, and a whole lot of issues? How can they sit down, come to a conclusion, and everybody will be happy? I mean, obviously somebody will not be as happy, but then come to an amicable solution.
Right. First of all, we have to ask ourselves, is that guy even regretful for what he has done? Chances are that he will still go and do the same thing tomorrow. We have nothing to prove that man is even sorry for what he has done.
Right.
We don't know what he has even told. We have nothing to prove that man is even sorry for what he has done. You don't know he has given to her. Why did you that way? Why did you what he has done? You don't know he has given to her.
I think we keep getting feedback from Pastor. Can you hear me? Okay. Unfortunately, we lost Pastor. Hopefully, he reconnects soon and then.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you. I was asking, is this man even sorry for what he has done? Has he apologized to legitimate wife?
Right.
How did the wife get to know? Probably he never even told the wife until the family came. And said, listen, your husband has even impregnated our daughter.
Right.
Imposing somebody who has been put in the family way on this man, the man is not going to love him. The man is not going to love her. The man will not even be able to practice polygamy because it is not allowed in Ghana. And if they are Christians, they can do that. This lady must first of all start from home. Talk to the man. Let the man know that what he has done is not acceptable.
Right.
Forgive that man because you can't do anything about a spilt milk. 2, sit down and then find out how they can resolve and compensate that lady. Either by promising that you'll be responsible for that child. 3, let the family know that by our faith, by our standards, when we were having the wedding, the pastor was very clear. If anyone has any cause why this marriage should not proceed. Well, at that time, she was pregnant 4 months. She didn't come and complain or didn't get married. Somebody would say, well, maybe she was not around or she didn't know there was a wedding going on. Whichever way, it is too late. It is too late. I think this lady should involve the husband first.
Okay.
After settle everything at home, get either a pastor or a counselor or a family member because he cannot solve this issue by herself. After all, it will come out. Once it is out, your family members are going to know it. And even they will even not understand why you never involve them about it. It is no longer a secret.
Right.
The lady is 4 months pregnant. Get help so that you don't have to stress yourself, get depressed, and handle this issue alone. Let the woman forgive the husband. Find a way to take care of that baby. Encourage that woman to find a husband somewhere. We will pray for that lady to find a husband somewhere. The family is not disturbed. And I think that way we can bring the matter to a peaceful resolution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pastor. Abigail, quickly, I'll come to you and ask you, what do you think the husband should do?
I think the husband should seek for forgiveness from the wife because he has really hide something from the wife.
And apologize.
And then from now on, show her more love and care to the woman. Before, I think when I read a story, the lady said she's not happy. Right. So I even wanted to ask, what is making her unhappy? That thing has already happened. Someone is pregnant for my husband. So definitely I will think about it. And then I am not happy. I agree with what Pastor said. She should seek a counselor. I think she needs someone to talk to. I think she shouldn't tell the family now, but she should involve a counselor to talk to her. And then now the husband should prove to her that he is really sorry for what he did. Other than that, there wouldn't be any happiness in their marriage. The lady will be in it. She will get all kind of this pressure, depression, and then other things. And later can lead to her death, which I don't want that to happen to her. So she should talk to someone
She
so
should
that
talk to someone.
She can cool down.
So Abigail is advising that the woman speaks to someone. I have some comments coming in that I would like to read. This one is from Emmanuel Kofi. Emmanuel says, if she truly loves the husband, then I guess she should master the courage and make her decision whether to stay or leave him, because the Bible is against adultery. But if she thinks she loves the husband, the decision is hers. Okay, this one is from Emmanuel Ray Nellikim. I'm thinking it's someone's husband. Parisha, are we safe? He says, so he was asking, when you said touch someone's phone, he says, touch whose phone? So Emmanuel is not in agreement with you, I was touching his phone. But then he goes on to say that this sister shouldn't waste her time with this marriage. If this brother can't be trusted while they are dating, what shows that he wouldn't cheat on her again? The gentleman lacks self-control, and the lady should move on with her life. Okay, looks like your husband is not in agreement with you here. Okay, we have another one coming. Theophilus has a bunch of questions. He says, what would a woman that has been impregnated do after giving birth? What will be the reaction of the wife if she is an Adventist? Okay. Harrison says, good evening, Evie. Harrison from Dema. I think the woman needs to focus on her marriage rather than making or thinking so much about the husband's girlfriend, because she is formally married with her husband. This one is from Ini. Ini says, it is embarrassing for the woman. Only 4 days into marriage and this is happening. Honestly, anything she does is for her own sanity. Okay, I have a lot of comments coming in, but we have so much short time. So I'll come back to you guys in the studio and ask, Mr. Ablomesa, what should the husband do? At this point, what should he do? And then what should the wife also do?
I said earlier on that before marriage, we have pre-counseling. Most people, I'm speaking from the Adventist way.
Yes.
Yeah, you have pre-counseling. Definitely you have a pastor or a counselor who takes you through certain exercises before the marriage is performed. Now, after the marriage is performed, it's like our situation nowadays, like everybody is left to his fate. Go and struggle and find your foot. If you survive, so be it. If you don't survive, pray.
Unfortunately.
And the perception is that marriage information is kept within husband and wife. But I think that they should now go back to their counselor. The one who counseled them before they got married, they should go back to him and lay this challenge before. The man is at fault. So even there, this counselor will find the safe grounds and advise them and put things calm. Definitely the woman is married. Therefore, there's nothing like leaving the husband. And as far as the story is concerned, the woman is even not ready to leave the husband. She wants to maintain her marriage. So they should go back to there. And then the final one is that rely on God. Prayer.
She should pray, definitely. Amisha,
yeah.
You're a married woman, so if you are in her shoes.
Exactly, I've been putting myself in her
What would you want your
place.
husband to do, and what would you do?
Good. So, like I said, this woman, I would emphasize that she needs to be strong. Yes, I've seen this happen to 2 friends of mine. But listen, when you leave the marriage, even the trauma that it will leave, you may end up thinking about being in the marriage when you are not, after you have left. So I don't want to suggest that she should leave the man. She can make it work. Yes. So she should gather all the strength, I will say again. And then this is not the time to fight the other woman. Or she should be aggressive about the whole thing. She should show much love. Love is what would calm all matters. So amicably, the woman, it rests on her that as long as the man has he's done a mistake, but she shouldn't be harsh on him. She should continue to show much love, the love that she had for him before they even went to the altar. It's now time for her to exhibit it the more, and also even extend to the other woman. If she's that strong and even if she's able to show that love to the other woman, she may even have another thought that such a kind woman, how can I destroy her life in that way? And the other woman or the side woman would even have a change of mind. So she can support the woman, and then even through her pregnancy till she delivers. So that assistance, even if the man is not able to do that, the woman can build that connection, and after that she can let her go. But in doing so, she should be tactical. After talking to someone on all that, if I were in her shoes, it doesn't mean I should lose my marriage, but I would help you. And then when you deliver, now you are a single woman. After that, I can take you on a different level. It's because maybe she's pregnant. Women, when you are pregnant, you go through a lot of things. Right. Some people, even when they are pregnant, they don't think right. So help her, assist her as a woman, talk to her, woman to woman, that you love your husband. You are not prepared to let the man go for her. So you are ready to assist until she delivers. When she delivers, the man, if she loves you and he also wants to continue the marriage, will take responsibility for the child. Yet you people have your space, so that the woman doesn't come to, demand a space in your marriage. So with that, I'm sure she will be able to cope with them, and then she can have her peace of mind. If God blesses her with a child, they are also good to go.
They're also good to go.
Yes.
Okay, Abigail, quickly, our time is so fast, but quickly, what should the husband do, and then what should the woman do herself?
Hello, please come again.
Yes, I was asking you to tell us what you think the husband should do in this situation and what the woman should do quickly, because our time is up.
As I said, is the man really sorry for what he did? Because it's bothering me. I don't know if he's really sorry, because I've seen a situation whereby this married woman will help the husband. Then after the lady gives birth, the man will go back to the lady, because I've seen it before. That's what I'm asking. Is the man really sorry for what he has done? Yeah, the by Christopher, I think also then, as I said, he should really beg for forgiveness, and then they all pray about it for God to forgive him. And then, as my sister said, help the lady to give birth, then they take care of the child. But now the man should really show love and then care, so that maybe the lady will see, say, truly he is sorry for what he has done.
Right.
That's my take.
Thank you so much, Abigail. Daniel, if you can hear me quickly, very, very quickly, what should the husband do and what should the woman do?
Okay, thank you very much. I think they've said it all. So my first one, the lady should be strong and just have a forgiving heart and forgive the man. And like they said, she should realize that the child will be part of her family.
Right.
Because it's going to be her husband's child. So from the onset, she can be part of the whole process by helping the woman to have the pregnancy through and give birth. And even when the child grows, she'll love the child as her own. Secondly, she should try and love the husband like never before. For the lady's side, she shouldn't even do so much. But the man needs to really apologize to the woman in a very calm, sober manner. I presume he's sorry. I know him. He's very sorry. So, yes, he should apologize. He has done a very awful thing.
Yeah.
But aside that, this is when he needs to really give the TLC to the woman. Tender loving care so much that the woman would really calm down. You know, in addition to the counselor and all that, the man has a lot to do. He needs to take responsibility of the pregnancy. For that one, no two ways about that. Yeah. And I believe, you know, they will definitely have the best of marriage. But leaving the marriage, no, it's not an option. She shouldn't.
Okay, that is.
She should stay with it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Pastor Dr. Chumesi, quickly, kindly give us your final words on what you think the husband should do, and then the woman herself, what she should do.
First of all, the man has to, again, admit that whatever he has done is wrong. He has to apologize. He has to let the wife know that he shouldn't have done what he has done. 2, because there is already a child, the man has to also accept responsibility and take care of that child.
Right.
So that lady is an intruder who has come in between that marriage, and that lady has no place in that marriage. We have to find a way and let that lady leave that marriage. Now, this woman who brought the issue should remain strong. Leaving the husband is not the best option.
Right.
Whatever husband support he needs, he should give that support to that man. And then they will be able to save their marriage, because she is the legitimate wife. An intruder shouldn't take the marriage from her. Isaiah 61, verse 3 says, provide for those who grieve. That lady is grieving. We must pray for her, encourage her that both of them should go for counseling, because both of them need it. That way, the marriage can get back on track. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Like we heard from Pastor, you definitely need to pray, and then you definitely need to take care of the child, because that is your child. You need to take responsibility. I'll take my final comment from Sethina Ifwa Arthur, who says, I wouldn't know what to do if I were the lady, but if he's sorry for what he did, I'll forgive my husband so that I'll be at peace. After all, none of us is righteous. They need a real talk. So that is from Sethina. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Pastor, you being all the way in the States, I'll ask if you have any last messages for people in Ghana here, any warm greetings you'd like to give anybody. You can go ahead and give your shout out now.
Very well, thank you. I would like to say thanks to everyone who participated in the program. I also like to say good evening to my two sisters in Kumasi, and then all the many churches I have in Volta region, in Ashanti, in Gosu, and those areas that have conducted evangelistic meeting. God bless you all. Hope TV, you are doing a great work. These are great educational programs, and the whole Ghana, we must, especially Seventh-day Adventists, support these educative programs. God bless you. And we always pray for you.
Thank you.
We love you
so much.
Ghana, we support whatever you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pastor, for that. Daniel, if you also have some last messages, warm greetings to anybody, to maybe your wife or your fiancé or whoever it is, you can go ahead and let us hear it.
My fiancé is not watching now. So my greetings to everybody in Accra and my next family, that is Sesdak Sakumono Estate Church.
Yes.
I greet them all.
Okay.
Yes, I just left Accra, but I miss Accra. But I'll definitely be back soon, yes. Okay. But thank you so much for having me on your show. And
you're welcome.
It was a wonderful one, yeah. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for doing the good job.
Thank you so much. Abigail, if you can hear me, you are all the way from Cape Coast. So if you have any warm greetings for anybody, kindly go ahead and do that. Maybe Abigail decided to leave the discussion before it came to an end. Abigail cannot hear me. Okay, so I'll come to the guys in the studio. Mrs. Larisha Nelly Kim. I really like your name. Please go ahead and leave your warm greetings.
Of course, I'd want to say to my husband, he's been following and supporting me.
Very obvious.
Very much. So I say kudos to him.
Yeah.
And I know we have a long way to go, and we shall make it.
Amen.
And also to all my friends and my colleagues, my director at work, she's a lot for me. So everywhere I go, she's part of me somewhere.
Okay.
Yes, and a special friend of mine, Nils Lutrot.
I said,
thank you very much for the support.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you for the wonderful job you are doing in the health ministry. You guys are doing amazing. Yeah. Thank you for keeping us safe, especially these times.
Thank you.
Mr. Abla Mesa, I know you have a message for Dorcas, but you can give me the message for the warm greetings. And don't forget to leave the number out there for people.
Okay. The first shout out goes to my wife.
Mrs.
Dorcas Boli Abla Mesa. Yes, and my children. Abriana Ache Ajo Ablo, and then Annie Ayoko Adashi Ablo, and then Angel Aje Anunyam Ablo.
Nice.
Yes, I greet them all. I greet them all. My family, my church family, my work family, my business family, all my friends, some of my classmates are watching, listening to the program. Some are far away in the US, some are in the UK. Shout out to all of them. And I believe that I'll end by saying that the Royal Atlantic tuna is the best way to go.
I completely agree.
Yes. So anybody who wants the order, just call 0243 30 4832.
Right.
Yes, 0243 30 4832.
Right.
And delivery will be at your doorstep.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys had delivery at your doorstep, so just call the number. Abigail, I hear you are back online. If you can hear me, kindly go ahead and leave some warm greetings for anyone you would like to leave greetings to, if you can hear me.
Okay. Thank you. My greetings to my family in Chufupraso, and then greetings to all my workers in Erim Polyclinic, Cape Coast, and then my church members too. I greet them all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. It's always amazing finding people to come, share ideas, have the real conversation, hopefully help the individual that sent the letter in or the story in. I am always, as usual, pleased and humbled to come your way every Wednesday with stories upon stories from you guys. And you also make it a point to listen to me on Facebook, on YouTube, Hope TV Ghana, and leave your comments as well. I keep saying this, it takes a village to put together a TV show, and I have the most amazing crew. Chris and Brow for my amazing makeup, as you can see, and anyone else who is supporting, I am really grateful. To the lady who sent her story, continue to pray, and I'm sure everything will be very well. Your husband as well. If he hasn't apologized, like everyone is saying, please apologize, do the right thing, and take care of your child. And hopefully you don't get anybody else pregnant aside your wife. So we'll continue to pray with you and make sure everything is well. We'll keep checking in back with you. Thank you once again for staying with me. I'll come your way same time next week on Real Talk at 8 p.m. right here on Hope TV. Enjoy the rest of our shows and have yourself a lovely evening. Good night.
Thank you.